Thank you for tuning in to Homeschool Homesteaders. Today we're going to talk about what is green manure. And to be on the same page, let's look at the definition of green manure. The definition is a fertilizer consisting of growing plants that are plowed back into the soil or left uprooted to wither on the field so they serve as a mulch and soil amendment. So here I got some state-of-the-art animation that I did all by myself, and let's pretend this is my garden. Next, let's pretend this is my raised bed where I'm going to plant my garden. Here, let's do a little cutaway view so we kind of see what's inside my little raised bed. So on the bottom of my raised beds, I put in grass clippings, dirt, compost that has not broken down yet, future compost like, salads, leafy greens, and I don't care much what happens to it because I know it's going to break down eventually. And here is a live footage of what I mean. Then I continue to put dirt on top. It doesn't matter what kind of dirt. If you got good dirt, good for you. If you don't worry about it. But here's some live footage as well, so you can see what happens. I just happen to have some good dirt this time. Next, you plant a green manure crop of your choice. We're going to discuss 4 throughout this video, but what happens is you plant, you let it grow. You could take a hoe and hoe it, plow it back into the soil, or you could take some trimmers and you cut the grass, let it kind of like cutting your grass or cutting your green manure. So basically there are many methods of how you plow back the green manure back into the soil. Or you just pull them out with the roots and let them die. But basically the green stuff will decompose and it will provide soil amendments and nutrients back into the soil. So like I said, we're going to discuss 4 of my favorite green manure plants. But today, green manure plant number 1 will be buckwheat. Here is a live footage of a 5-pound bag that I bought. I am not paid by this company. This company does not sponsor me. And believe it or not, this was $6.50 plus free shipping for a 5-pound bag of buckwheat. Hopefully when you go online, it'll be the same price for you as well. And so what we do is we take the bag of buckwheat, and what we do is we sprinkle the buckwheat seeds over the soil. You want it thick, be generous, spread as much as you want, and we will wait till it grows. Keep in mind I have several raised beds which I'm going to sow with buckwheat and show you the whole process. This is a very quick process. And pretty much the basics. Keep the seeds watered, moist, have some warm weather, and this is what you get in 1 week. They grow really quick. "10 days later, look what you get." And once again, they grow fast. As long as you have warm weather and plenty of water, they will grow. This is why buckwheat is my favorite green manure. 2 weeks later, look at what you got. Once again, very fast growing green manure crop. Every Friday, I come at the exact same time and I do a video just to show you how fast this plant grows. And here you could probably plow this back into the soil, but I'm going to wait a few more weeks. This here is 4 weeks later. And what I'm going to do is, since I'm holding the camera in one hand, I'm going to take scissors and I'm just going to snip. Basically, you snip the leaves and then you let the leaves just fall and rot or decompose back into the soil. You could use a hoe, but I'm using one hand and holding the camera in the other hand. So this is why I'm using scissors. Once I turn off the camera, I will cut the rest of the plants down. The next green manure crop, plant number 2, will be winter rye. Here is a bag I bought. It was $3.20, not $7.99. And you plant it, let it grow, very nice soft grass, and hoe it back or dig it back or turn it over back into the soil. Green manure plant number 3 will be green beans. And like I said, this is a kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You could eat this, and the rest of the green, the stems, the leaves, you could use as green manure. I bought this bag from a regular grocery store. It was $1.70, I think. There's plenty of seeds. I tried them out. They do grow. And so what you do is you plant them very close together in your raised bed box. You do not have to wait till the pods grow. You could plow this plants back into the ground before, or you could wait, eat the pods, and then what's left, you plow them back into the dirt. So this is, like I said, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You could eat them and use them as green manure. Very good plant and cheap. And green manure plant number 4 will be peas. Peas are a cold weather crop, so you plant them early. And once again, this is a kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You eat the pods and the leaves and the stems. You just let them fall back into the dirt and let them decompose. You do not have to get rid of them. Just leave them on the ground. They will, within 2 weeks, they will be gone. And they will provide the soil with many nutrients. I know many people who, before the plants start to grow pods, they will plow them back into the soil, but I think that's a waste of time and energy, especially when peas are delicious and healthy. So always eat the peas from the pod, and those big long stems and leaves that will be left over, you just plow them back into the dirt. And back to my lovely animation. What happens over the winter is everything breaks down. It provides the soil with many good nutrients. And next year when you plant, hopefully your soil will be better because of all the green manure plants you used. Now, I realize you might not want to deal with planting green manure crops. However, I'm sure you have tomatoes, green peppers growing, other plants. And although this is technically not considered green manure, this is just like digging in compost. But yeah, just dig a trench, and all your tomato plants, green pepper plants, any other plants you might have that don't have seeds, obviously, you just bury them into the soil. So in this trench, just pile them on, use your foot, chop them up, whatever you have to do, but make sure they fit. And what you do is you stuff the trench as much as you can. So here I got some footage, chop them up, like I said, whatever you have to do, stuff as much as you can. And you don't only have to do one section, you could do pretty much every single garden bed in your garden. So just take all the used plants. If you're not going to compost them, you could bury them underneath the ground. And so, yep, take a shovel, start digging, start burying it. Like I said, this is not technically green manure, but this is one way to incorporate nitrogen, minerals into your garden. And eventually, you will just have to rake it over and get a nice smooth bed ready for next year planting. Thank you for watching.